On today's episode, we're getting to the Hudson Whiskey Bourbon out of New York. I'm going to be completely honest, full transparency. I have no idea about this bottle. We're going to figure it out together at the same time. I go by the name of, let's get into this.
Play the intro.
I go by the name of Lord, let's review some whiskey. And we're back. Now, I want to thank all of you who've been liking and subscribing. Also, a lot of you have been engaging me in the comments. Super appreciative of you. And it goes a long way. So if you have not so far, take a moment, hit subscribe. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. There we go. So today we're talking about the Hudson Whiskey out of New York. Now this is from Hudson Whiskey out of New York, I believe. Yeah, they're bottled by William Grant and Sons in Edison, New Jersey, but it is distilled and matured by Hilltown Spirits in Gardner, New York. So that's upstate. So I used to live in New York. And I always see this bottle. Never wanted to hit purchase because I never heard anybody talk anything about it. I am biased though, even though without trying this, I have another distillery that's based out of New York and Brooklyn that I personally like. It's my favorite craft distillery. I can't wait to do that review. I'm gonna go hard and get so many bottles for them. Anyway, we're talking about the Hudson Whiskey New York here. Chico, folks, if you've never tried a whiskey and you can't go to a bar and try it, just get the 375. Because if you don't like it, guess what? Whatever. Somebody can polish up next time. So this is Hudson Whiskey, the bourbon. So this is 92 proof. Now, let's go ahead and read from the website what we got today. So it says, never one to shy away from the spotlight, bright lights, big bourbon, is bold grain forward, no holds barred, straight bourbon whiskey. And it says, distilled from New York corn and aged in charred American oak barrels with notes of rich, you know what? I don't like to read the note part because I want to do my own tasting notes and come to this conclusion. So like if I know about your notes before I taste it, then it kind of has an influence on it. But we can get to the specs that they do provide us. It says New York straight bourbon whiskey, so we know it's that much, right? And it's aged a minimum of 3 years. Now, folks, I would say this much. I'll get back into the list. Some people do hate younger whiskey. I've tried a lot of things so far in my journey. I actually go on my way to find the most craftiest bourbon I could find that's kind of unique, because I do like another bourbon from Texas that we'll get to another day, and that's like aged a minimum 2 years, and that shit's amazing, like all day long. I'll wait. But anyway, so this says aged a minimum of 3 years. This is a 95 corn and 5% malted barley mash bill, so true fashion. There you go. And the ABV, like I said, it's 46%, which is 92 proof. Let's do the math. And then they go and do the notes, but it is kosher certified. Though that's all we have on this note. I'm pretty sure y'all don't care about the history, so we won't go into the history. Let's see what this thing tastes like. So yeah. Now, like as I mentioned, I did used to live in New York. I love New York a lot. My first apartment ever was in Harlem. I loved Harlem so much. It was rich in culture. The food was amazing. I love the food. Oh my God, yeah. And then my last stint before I moved out where I am right now is I lived in Bedside for a few years, which I love too. But New York in general is super rich of culture, food, music, just nightlife, vibes, the arts, anything you can think of, New York is there. So yeah, so let's get into the Hudson Whiskey New York. So already I would say the legs are coming in, and the color is, I can't really see too much. It's kind of dark right now where I'm at. Legs are not done. They're not really thick or falling down. But I'm curious to see with this 3% is hidden. So like I said, this is a 95.5 recipe. So let's go. So this is basically just corn and malted barley. There's no rye at all in this equation, or wheat. So yeah, so just 2 grains. Already, so this already smells super grain forward. This reminds me of another distillery that's out here where it has like that young taste. I already know, but that barley for some strange reason hops out a little bit more than that corn I'm getting right now in the nose. I would say this smells like if you literally just went to your kitchen right now. You just like pause this video, I'll wait, and you're back. But then I may unpause the video, grab a box of Kellogg's, put the Kellogg's in there, and smell it. It smells like Kellogg's all day long. Kellogg's with the malt balls, you know, like the chocolate ones you get from like the movie theaters that's like way overpriced. Like candy these days OD, like, hold on, newsflash. So if you still going to the movie theaters and like actively purchasing snacks in real time there, you're doing it all wrong. You gotta go to CVS. You gotta go to CVS because CVS has the deals all day long. And 9 times out of 10, there's a CVS in proximity to the movie theater. You go, $20 CVS, blackout, buy mad stuff, go to theater, thank me later. Because $20 won't take you far in the theater. Anyway, this is grainy. I would say the corn is there, but that malt like hops out. It almost feels like I'm about to drink an American malt. So I get the Kellogg's in the nose. I get the Whopper in the nose. There's this it's almost like a wet paper note that I'm getting. Like if you wet a bunch of like paper together. That's what it smells like. There's a dirt note in here as well that I'm getting. Let's go for the taste. Now I would say for 92 proof, it does drink a little hot. Not like super hot, but it's personally to me, it's feel like it's drinking at around 97. The taste itself is super short. It's not a complex pour at all. It is grain heavy, mostly on the corn. Like I literally feel like I'm just eating soggy cereal at this point. The malted barley is in there, but it's faint on the palate right now. And like I said, the finish is short, so it's not too much to go on. I literally have to take another sip to like figure out what else is going on in this glass. I would say there's a cake icing note in there. I guess you would call it vanilla. Except that cornflake note, I can't get past that cornflake note, which is there at all. I'm not really getting like a cherry note on this like I normally would on, you know, most bourbons. I'm not getting the baking spices in there, I guess because they omitted the rye. Overall, I'll say it's cool. It's nothing necessarily that I would lean to on the reg or necessarily go back to. However, I do like to have like a collection of just random shit in my archives. When people come over, I can let them experience it. I think that's like the best thing ever, because like if you constantly drink the same thing every day, it does get redundant and it does get boring. But if you do have different variations of different things that people could try, you educate them, because not everybody has the option to go to like a whiskey bar and try stuff, because whiskey bars are super intimidating. I don't know if you've ever been there. Let me know in the comments if you've been to a whiskey bar before, and if you have, let me know which one. But whiskey bars are intimidating. You go there and there is a wall of shit you've never seen before, and then like there's people behind you sometimes and people not, but like you're sitting there overwhelmed and the prices are looking crazy, so you don't know where to start. You don't know if you want a cocktail, you don't know if you want like just some regular stuff, and 9 out of 10 you probably just end up just grabbing like a Maker's Mark or a Jack 7 or whatever, which is nothing wrong with neither one, but like you don't get a chance to explore it. Now what I've seen in some places where they'll give you like a flight series where they'll give you like basically 4 little, you know, shots or 4 little ounces and a half in a small like drum. It's kind of like something like this. So it's a little smaller than this guy right here, and you can kind of sample stuff. And I think that's honestly the best way you can kind of find the pour that you like. So yeah. So is this something worth looking for? No. Even if you saw it on the shelf, maybe not. But if you do like craft whiskeys and you do want to support craft distilleries, I would recommend this one. I wouldn't even go out my way and say it's unique or different, because it's not. I've tasted a bunch like this per se. But, I mean, if you are from New York or live in New York, this may be super cool, which you could do. But, spoiler alert, I do have another distillery that is in New York that I would recommend over this all day. So, if you ever found this bottle, run, don't walk. We got the Kings County Distillery, and this is their straight bourbon, and this is 90 proof. This all day, folks, spoiler alert, amazing, hands down. Everything from the packaging to the bottle design, everything is like this. And they actually make a smaller version of this. They make, I'm gonna lie, say it's either 375, but I know for sure they make a 200 milliliter bottle. So I think that's what it is. They make a 200 milliliter bottle version of this. So the cool thing is that you don't have to get this. You can actually get the 200 milliliter and like get like 4 different ones. They have a plethora of lines, but this is one I highly recommend. Kings County Distillery. If you don't know, this is my favorite craft distillery, and I will be doing an episode in the future on them. Hell yeah. So yeah. So in conclusion, that be my review on that. Let me know in the comments if you like craft whiskeys and what your favorite craft whiskey distillery is, and if you haven't had craft whiskeys, what's stopping you? So yeah. So if you like this one, go ahead, drop me a good old like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. And like we always say at this time, folks, cheers, salute, sante, Kobe, and all that jazz. Overall, this is cool. This is, once again, like I said, it's not something that I would go out my way to find. Now, however, I will go get the rye. Like, let me see. Like, right now, I'm gonna look on the website to see if my local watering hole has the rye. Cause I will get the rye. Cause I think ryes are super interesting, and you at least gotta give them the chance, right? So they do have the rye. So my watering hole has the rye. So I'm definitely gonna pick up the rye next, and I'm gonna do the rye interview. Cause I think it's only right to try. So stick around for part 2. So yeah.